Waiting. Bada bing. There we go. Looks like we're cooking with grease, and the computer says I have thank you. I have an excellent connection. Now I need to make sure I can hear everything, to make sure everything is a-okay. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Elay accent free. Elay, are you there? Oh, did I do this correctly? Let me see. What's going on? Let me make sure I'm not mixing things up. Let me minimize that. And here, that's what, see how to get things set up. Here we are. Okay, Elay accent free. Testing. There, present. All right, good. I can hear myself on there. Pat myself on the back because I did a pretty good job on there. And I can pause this, and I can minimize that so I don't push the wrong button. I can window. Look at me working through this. This is the beginning of Morning Mood, behind the scenes, where I am setting up shop and calling all cars and calling all toys. Okay, so that's in there. Come on. That's a setup beautifully. I can hear myself on there. So the next thing I want to do is move forward with, can I minimize this? I can. I think my computer was having technical difficulties. I don't think it needed an update, but I really needed to restart it. You know, I had it on sleep mode for a while, and you know, I don't want to do that for too many days because the computer will be like, what are you doing? I need to be powered off. So that's what I believe happened, because it's running a little bit more smoothly now. When I get off of here, I'll have to do a couple of more things to make sure it's not, what should I say? Well, not what should I say, what can I say? To make sure my computer isn't filled with too much stuff. That could also be another issue. I'll make sure it's decluttered, because I have a lot of projects in there that I've done. Hey, what's going on? Good morning to you. Welcome to the show. I am working this out and figuring it out. But let me say, welcome in. Welcome in. Howdy. And that's not one word. Howdy and happy Tuesday. I just finished the sound. It went successfully, so I'm glad about that. And I'm getting something else going, and we'll be able to cook with grease. This camera shows up a lot more clear. Isn't this something, you know? Let's just say, for example, you go to the store and you buy 2 cameras for like creative purposes, such as what I'm doing. The cameras are priced the same, like by market value, if that's the correct term. But then one camera is on sale that looks like a camera. So you think, okay, both of the cameras are $89.99, right? You get them home, they say all the aspects like blah blah blah, follow you everywhere you go. I'm over exaggerating. 1,000,000,000% 4K Ultra. I put the cameras up, but why do they both look different? They say they both feature the same things. Bing, bing, bing. You know, you're doing the comparing and contrasting like on Amazon. Things up. One camera looks like it's underwater. The other camera looks like it's clear skies with a... I'm like, what the H? The camera's the same exact price. Say to do the same exact thing. Only difference is, on that day, one of the cameras was like on sale. You know, the store's running a sale. what is it? Isn't it Tuesday? Isn't it Cyber Tuesday? Cyber Tuesday only. This particular camera is $20 less. I'm like, hey, it's just weird how that works. That same thought can be applied with TVs too. Hey, how you doing over here? I need to do a sound cam too. Just one moment. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Hey, I see you, Rhombus Rubus. Hey. So both cameras are cooking with grease, and this one is doing great too. So I'm saying that to say both cameras are the same. Oh, but I'm getting different qualities, and I think it's really cool. But it goes. Now I'm gonna say hi. I need to. I need to fix my screen so it will allow me to communicate. You know what I just did? I should have taken a picture of how I had the screen set up yesterday, because it was perfect, so I could be able to easily look up things. See, yeah, isn't it neat? Everybody's experience is different, and I like what's happening. So let me tell you guys hi over here too. That's what I'm having the experience and seeing which is which, because everybody likes to watch on different platforms. Like we have the vertical, to which you guys are commenting on, and we have the horizontal, which is what I was talking about yesterday. Like that's how our teacher in elementary to differentiate between vertical and horizontal. We got a hamburger, a hot dog. I thought that was really cool. So yeah, so you guys can notice the difference. So Lee said he likes this string better, which is the vertical, and Rhombus Rubus both agree. So I like that you guys have options, and that's also a plus too, because for me, I'm a fan of the hamburger, the horizontal. Maybe it's the time period I grew up in, but I prefer the other way better. I most of my videos, subscribe or look for. I watch the horizontal, and TikTok is made with the vertical, to which you guys like to look at the most. Isn't that something? I think it's because TikTok was born into the vertical feed, so I didn't feel any type of way. But seeing YouTube be one way and then convert to the other, I'm stuck. Isn't that weird? Well, here we are. Welcome into the morning moon. My name is Elay, pronounced like LA, like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. It is Taco Tuesday, and it's of August. And I have the news on in the background. Excuse me, I keep my earrings out of here. I have the news on in the background, and y'all, the lady was like, "Good morning, everyone. Some of you are getting ready to go back to school today." I'm like, oh man, I feel so sorry for the children. It took me a long time after I graduated to get over the fact that, when it's August time, like when the 4th of July is over, it's basically starting. It's time to start switching gears and going back. It took me years to get over that, because I will always have this anxiety after 4th of July was over. It's like, oh man, I gotta get ready to go back to school. It will feel so heavy. Like if y'all believe in ghosts or watch ghost movies, let's say that. You know how in those horror movies they say it feel like something heavy behind you, haunting you? That's what it felt like when it was time for me to go. Well, it felt like it was time for me to go back to school. It was like the spirit of education was haunting me. Like, it's time to go back to school. Like, no! I cannot go on. I cannot do this. Somebody save me. But that's over. I've overcame that. But it took some years, because you go to school from pre-K all the way to 18, 19 years of age, and sometimes You know, some kids have it rough. You know, they don't get out of there till they're like 21, 22. I know at our school in high school, I think the cap was 22. So you could graduate, but the cutoff was 22 years of age because they recognized things happen. Some kids went all the way up to the button. Whew. 22 years of getting up, trying to dodge the school bus, worried about what lunch is going to be like. That's torture, man. And then once you get your diploma, it's all over in the flash. If you don't go to college, you know, it's like, oh my gosh. Now, I don't even want to think about it anymore. I'm just very glad that I don't have to do that anymore. If I have an emoji of buses, oh, it's not a cheese bus, y'all, but I'm going to, but I'm thankful that, thanks to modern day technology, guys, college where you can education online. So that makes up for like me if I want to go back to school or finish my college degree. I can just finish that puppy online and be done with it, and you know, be at the comfort of my own home doing it. And I pick which school I want to go to. I don't have to actually go in the, you know, the state that I'm in. So that's another. So thinking about back then, compared to now, you do have a lot of options. And even our commercials they were playing last year, I didn't see any commercials this year about those schools where they have pre-K homeschool from, you know, pre-K to high school or whatever. I did not see one homeschool commercial this time. But nonetheless, they have it now, so the parents, if they're willing and interested, they can, you know, go through the certifications, I think, and teach their kids from K through 12. If I was that smart, I would have done that. Or at least taken the classes, so I know, like, if our kid needed help with homework, I know I could do it. But hey, once again, I'm glad those options are out there to make this world a bit of a better place. It is almost the 10-minute mark. I'm getting my notes ready because I'm excited. It's time to do the cows in the chat song. Let me get my precious little cows ready. We let them in already. They've been fed. And you know that saying where they say touch grass? I'm like, well, cows touch grass because they have to eat it every day. Cats too. We talked about cats and how they eat grass and how yesterday, someone in the comments said we could have the AI robots deliver cats some grass too because they need that. So cats can place orders on the delivery robots and, you know, order a container of grass. Ouch, 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 ouch. That's really hot still. I thought I left the lid open so it can be cooled off. Whew. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children, pets, plants, animals, artificial intelligence, and all living, breathing things here on planet Earth. It is time for cows in the chat here on Morning Mood. They say America is the great American melting pot. I beg to differ. Planet Earth is the great melting pot. Welcome to planet Earth. We are all here stuck on this spinning thing together. I'll sing a little song that goes like this while we put cows in the chat. Harmonica, please. Thank you. And cows in the chat. 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 We are putting cows. Celebrate the precious bovine because all have you know the science people and the government people are placing the blame on these precious cows, saying that we are the reason for global warming. I guess they ran out of people to blame, so they started placing the blame of our global climate on these cows. Here, look, we have a moose. Elay TV, we like to take the time to say we apologize, you precious bovines. Had it not been for you, you know what? There would have been no Burger King. Thank you for coming in, guys, with your audience participation, liking and subscribing. And you know I have to throw a unicorn in there. We have a cow in there. We have we have a moose in there. Is that an elk? You see that? Y'all see that emoji with the gray animal with the curl hooves? I think I like to call that type of animal a fancy one because his horns are laid down to the side of his head and curled like that. It's like that's the fancy bovine. That's the one who goes to elite universities to learn all there is to know classes in life, graze in life, that he can graze on so he can set himself apart from the city cow. I am a fancy cow. I must set myself apart from all you city cows. Whatever, dude. Do you think there's some snobby cows out there in the world? In my imagination, I'm gonna say yes, because of a put in there that that's funny. Locked and loaded. Captain Crunch, you guys are really participating in the survey. I need to participate too. So we have, which cereal would you choose today? We have Captain Crunch any kind, Kick cereal any kind, pass, I'll just have coffee, in my Squidward tentacles voice from SpongeBob. We have McNaughty, he picked Captain Crunch and he was super loud about that with the big old emoji. Captain Crunch! I need to choose which one, because you know Kick cereal has the yellow box, they have a mixed berry box which is purple, and I think they still might have like the chocolate one, I'm not sure. So I'm going to go with Kick cereal, the multi-berry one, because the box is pretty and I want something kind of like that today. Cereal choice is, I'm looking for the cereal bowl. I'm not able to physically participate in the survey like you. Always try to remember to type. So thank you for to see how the scales will turn towards the end of this live stream. Let me put Kicks. I'm choosing Pikachu. I choose you. Pikachu cereal. I'm choosing Kicks. A multi-berry cereal. I'm gonna tell you guys how it looks. I'm not sure if the cereal is discontinued, but since I brought it up, I am going to let you guys know about that cereal. Kick cereal was fun. When I think about it, I think about how in grade school I would teach little necklaces out of the cereal. She would get and thread the cereals together and make little bracelets and necklaces and stuff. Candy, you know how the candy is on the string? Well, our teacher would do that with cereal. So I'm gonna look up the cereal so I can. Here it is. It's still available. So it's called Berry Kicks. Kicks whole grain breakfast cereal, corn cereal family size. And here, do they have, well, it says Berry Kicks. I thought it was going to be more, informative to let you guys know what type of berries are in there. But that's the cereal I picked. Kicks. And it's a multi-colored. It's got like brown, tan, purplish, red in there. That's pretty too. So that's what I'm picking. All right, you guys, it's Taco Tuesday. Once again, thank you for coming in. I don't know if I'm going to today for Taco Tuesday. We try to be on target with that, but it's nice having that out there. So let me get to the top and welcome everybody in. Thank you, Rhombus Rubus, for coming in. Lee, thank you for McNaughty for coming in. And LA, every time I'm on here, LA's on here. I'm going to have to see what's going on with that. Single time I go by, she is here. I don't know, y'all. It's something, something's just not right. Welcome in. It's time to get started. Today is Tuesday, and I want to see what's going on with Elon Musk. I do have a special playlist set aside just for him because it's really interesting talking about him. He's changing the world, whether you like him or not. This guy is making history, and we are a part of it. He is changing the world. He is a part of the climate change, as far as politically. We're here, so it's just something I find curiosity in. Let me flip this over so I can pull up my tab, because what I typed in this morning is what's going on with Elon Musk. Over here I call him Mr. Sir Elon Musk because he's got so many alleged titles. He's got his hands in Tesla, he's got his hands in like electronics, Twitter. Oh, he was over there in, with the government for a while, so he's doing a lot of things. Yes, that's a real cereal. I just shared with everyone. It is, oh, did I close it? Berry Kicks, and it's a purple box, and it's multiple flavors of, it's a nice cereal, so that's what I chose today. But if you type in Berry Kicks, BERRY, you'll see it. Yeah, that's a real thing. Yeah. Thank you for coming in from Algeria. You've come from a long way. It is currently 5:21 a.m. over here, and it is August 5th, 2025. Before I get started, I do not want to lose my voice. I have tea. Usually I'll have coffee or hot chocolate, but this time I'm sticking to the tea so I can make sure I take care of my voice. The cereal of choice again is it's a mixture of Fruit Loops and Lucky Charms. Even though it's not in the survey, this is the cereal that I do have. Yesterday I tried to show y'all the cereal I had. If some of it fell out on the floor, I was pretending crying, but I was sad. I like my cereal. Alright, so I am using the Google search engine. Good morning, guys. Thank you so much for coming in. You could have been anywhere today. I hope you guys' yesterday was perfect. We all had a good, we held it down for 3 hours hanging out on the morning, celebrating our work week. Yeah, I pretend to cry all the time, and when I'm in public, I say I'm reverse crying, because sometimes things just hit me, life be life, and you might see something that just strike a nerve with you. For example, going to the store, you see a kid unattended, and it's like the scenario just don't look right. It's like, man, he's not supposed to be out here like that by himself. The kid is like, it's like reverse crying, you see it. So that's exactly right. That's how you handle it. I agree with you. I agree with you on that too. Pretend to cry, then start laughing at the end. It's a healthy way to cope. It's a healthy way to acknowledge, what's going on in your world at that present time. It's a good way to express yourself. You don't want to deny yourself emotional expression. However you want to, make sure it's done in a healthy way too, so you also benefit from the experience and move forward. Google.com, and I typed in the search engine what's going on with Elon Musk. Thank you guys for your comments and your inputs. So I typed in what's going on with Elon Musk today. It's been a minute since I made a video about him, so according to AI, it says today, August 5th, 2025, Do we really need all those commas in there? It's like 3 commas, y'all. Today, August 5th, 2025, Elon Musk is making headlines primarily due to a significant, shock award from Tesla. What? Okay. Tesla board approved a new pay package for Musk. Oh boy. Granting him 96 million shares. Oh boy. Currently valued at approximately $29 billion. This package is designed to incentivize Musk to remain in the key executive role at Tesla for at least 2 years. The previous pay package. This comes after a previous pay package was invalidated by a judge. Now, before I got to the end of this paragraph, when they offered him so much in shares, I instantly thought about the previous when he did start to become out of pocket. One of the videos picks up in the timeline where it was showing that Elon Musk had a temper tantrum during a private conference call with some big wigs, right? And the people who wanted to talk to him were not pleased with how he handled himself. In this meeting did not agree with Elon Musk. So that's where it started. Elon Musk got upset. He left the call because he wasn't pleased with one of the people at the table not going with what he wanted to go with. The next time we did a video, it was Elon Musk getting in trouble in the White House. So they're saying he was doing too much. He was spreading himself too thin. They were trying to handle him with care from the outside looking in, with respect, to say, dude, you need to, go back to Tesla. What you've done here is fine. Now you're over exerting yourself over here. We got to get you out. In the previous videos that I covered, in the verbiage, in the quotations of how these people were talking about Elon, they were basically saying, he's doing too much. We tried to have some meetings to, handle this in private before we had to go public. And you see how that all played out. Public humiliation. Get him out of here or else. But they tried to handle it quietly. And I was reading the articles and the meetings before that happened. So I'm saying all this to say, to kind of keep you guys abreast of what's been going on and why it's so interesting. Real life, reality TV. If I'm going to watch some reality TV, this is the reality TV right now that's got me interested. So what happened? I don't want to lose my train of thought. By me reading, the Tesla board approved a new pay package for Musk, granting him 96 million shares. I instantly thought they had to do something to keep him still, so he don't go off into la la land trying to put together another robot or start another project when he's already started something with this Tesla thing. See, what it was the investors and the people who rallied with him in regards to this whole Tesla. Like, dude, you're focusing too much of your time in this White House. We need you back over here because you're causing so much chaos. We've got people destroying your merch in protest because they're not happy, and this isn't a good look. The stocks are starting to plummet. We trusted you, Elon. We invested in you. We rallied behind you, but your decisions kind of are affecting our bottom line now. So that's basically what the meetings were before. It seemed like they had no other choice but to put his information on blast and basically sit him down from out of the White House and have him go back to where he started, which is the Tesla products. So that's what happened. He started messing with everybody's money. People, I like to say, wealthy or not, people have a plan. They have families to take care of, rightfully so. They plan according to what they're investing in on down the road. And if it's getting too shaky and this wasn't in the cards, they got angry. So today, August 2025, Elon Musk is making headlines primarily due to a significant stock award for Tesla. The Tesla board approved a new pay package for Musk, granting him 96 billion shares, currently valued at approximately $29 billion. This package is designed to incentivize Musk to retain a key executive role at Tesla for at least 2 years. So they locked him down to be still for 2 years. This comes after a previous pay package was invalidated by a judge. Here's a more detailed breakdown. Oh yeah, let's see what the detailed breakdown is. You guys, this is really... Let me scooch this over to make sure I'm not missing comments, guys. I accidentally put the article on top of the comments, and I'm sorry. Thank you for subscribing. I just subscribed. Mark Jackson, thank you for coming in. Robots, beep beep boop boop bop bop. This is basically, we are all here talking about robots because this is where we are now. This is where we are in life. We are facing the music and seeing what's ahead of us as brave people. As the brave people we are actually catching up with current events in reference to what's happening with our world today. I'm having a good time as I post on to people every once in a while. Seems like that's just a nice soft way to what he was doing, which was acting up, spending too much time on one project and forgetting the baby project, which is Tesla. But they're saying packaging validation. Market reaction. The stock award has been met with positive reactions from analysts who see it as removing uncertainty about Musk. They were concerned because at that point when he seen his appearance seemed like he was really tired. I believe there was a comment where it was, they say he seemed as though he was burning the candles at both ends. And I believe it, you know, just doing too much, way too much, way too much. Potential forfeiture. If the court restores the invalidated 2018 pay package, the news shares will be forfeited, according to Reuters. AI, that's the luxury. Dive deeper into this, so we're about to see what else AI overview has to what we've already. This is bananas. Stay with Elon Musk. Based on the latest reports as of today, August 5th, 2025, here is a summary of recent developments involving Elon Musk. Please be advised when I push the deeper dive, it will repeat some of the things loosely, but it will also information that we have not covered. So it may sound slightly repetitive, but the AI will also tie in a couple of other things. Based on today, August 5th, 2025, here's a summary of recent developments involving Elon. Tesla compensation package. Compensation package. I have a parrot here who comes in, chimes in after a couple of words. Tesla's board has approved a new compensation package for Elon Musk consisting of 96 million shares, valued at approximately $29 billion. This comes after a Delaware judge struck down his previous $65 billion. Who in the world is in competition with Elon? And I'll let that question generate and I'll come back to it. That's crazy. So yeah, they really haven't tightened up the reins if that's the case to get him back on point, as he's messing up their investments. You don't want to mess around with those people, man. Tesla sales and loyalty in the US has significantly decreased since Musk endorsed former President Trump last summer. The company also reported an 8.4% drop in China-made EV sales, thus electric vehicles. No, but I think I've heard of it. I'll have to look more into that. The company also reported an 8.4% drop in China-made EV sales in July compared to the previous. Sales declined in several key markets, even after the Model Y revamp. So they did a revamp on another Tesla. I have a lot to catch up on. This summary is poking out key points that I need to go back and look into now. There's a Model Y Tesla and they did a revamp on it. What's there to revamp? Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you for that. Let me grab my handy dandy. Where's my ink pen? Found it. It is called, I see it, just one moment. That sounds I know it's not. It sounds like a video game. There. So I don't forget that. By at, I'm writing it down. Okay, duly noted, so I can check into that afterwards. Thank you for that. On the Model Y, don't know why. Legal challenges and autopilot. Oh boy, you know, it seems like this is brought up every time Tesla is mentioned. Legal challenges in autopilot. A Florida jury recently ordered $243 million in the fatal 2019 crash involving an autopilot-equipped Model S. Tesla was found partially liable for the crash. SpaceX and Starlink. SpaceX launched 28 Starlink satellites from Cape Canaveral on August 4th, 2025. That's this year, guys. That happened yesterday. SpaceX and Starlink. SpaceX launched 28 Starlink satellites from Cape Canaveral yesterday, August 4, 2025. The Falcon 9 rocket's first stage successfully landed on the Just Read the Instructions drone ship. Just Read the Instructions drone ship. Now, it's in quotation, so I think that's what he named it. Different name for a ship. Just Read the Instructions. Okay. Neuralink clinical trials. Neuralink plans to conduct a clinical study in the to test how its brain chips can enable patients with severe paralysis to control digital and physical tools with their thoughts. I like technology, but what makes me sad is that there's always someone on the dark side of the spectrum of morality who likes to make. That's what I feel. You know, it just makes me sad. X, formerly known as Twitter, he goes back to calling it Twitter. I miss the bird, y'all. I miss the blue Twitter bird. That was so cute. So X, formerly known as Twitter, that's a personal choice, but just know that once again, there's always someone on the dark side of the moon who likes to take these inventions and not be nice with them. Neuralink clinical trials. Neuralink plans to conduct a clinical study in Great Britain to test how its brain chips can enable patients to control digital and physical tools with their thoughts. X, formerly known as Twitter, updates. Musk AI chat box Grok, spelled G-R-O-K, recently drew criticism for generating. Oh, you know, I haven't found a way to word, but it's a, you know, it says recently drew criticism for generating anti-something content. Musk later stated that the issue was being addressed. Linda Yaccarino resigned as CEO of X in early July. Wow. Her name is spelled Yaccarino. Yaccarino. She resigned as CEO after that happened. Something else I may want to look into. Who resigns from Twitter? That's saying a lot. Wow. Political act. I haven't heard anyone just willfully resign from Twitter. Only thing I know as far as people leaving Twitter is when Elon first bought Twitter and fired everybody. That's the closest thing that came to people actually leaving Twitter. I haven't heard anybody complain in the masses, I don't like working for Twitter, it's an awful job. I haven't heard that. And on another note, he started to ask people because he needed That's still crazy though. Final bullet point on here is political activities. Musk left his position as senior advisor in the Trump administration after a public dispute. He has since announced plans to establish a new political party called the America Party. He also previously threatened to support challengers to members of Congress who voted for President Trump's Big Beautiful Bill. That was heavy too. To me, it was kind of scary because it surprised me when Elon Musk came out and said those things. You know, he said a couple of big things that he didn't like that was happening in the. You know, this was happening at a time when his investors were trying to get him out of all of that because it was tanking the Tesla stock and things were just going awry in the realm with Tesla. It was like a big fire. It was like little fires and it was about to turn into an explosion. Bad on his teeth. That is funny. Yeah, he'll be days. I'm actually looking forward to Hercules the shark. Their teeth and it's like I'm gonna go sit over there. Yeah. So that's all in reference to what's going on with Elon Musk today as of August 5th, 2025. The next question that AI Overview brought up that I must talk about, that sparked my curiosity, is Hercules Live. Thank you for marking your calendars. I have here, who in the world is in competition with Elon Musk? Thank you guys for expressing your views. So AI Overview mustered up an answer, so I'm curious to read what it says. Elon Musk faces competition from several individuals. Did y'all know that? Across his various ventures. In the space industry, there's Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin and Peter Beck's Rocket Lab are significant rivals to Musk's SpaceX. In the electric vehicle market, Jeff Bezos' Slate Auto and Chinese EV electric vehicles manufacturer BYD are emerging as key competitors to Tesla. Wow. Additionally, Sam Altman, CEO of OpenAI, is a competitor in the AI space, despite having previously co-founded AI with Musk. Now, I remember Jeff, but I honestly didn't think of him as competition because to me it seems like they're in two different worlds and there's plenty enough room for everybody. I believe there was this really cool documentary that came on where they were talking about the dawn of Amazon and where Jeff wanted to go with Amazon. And this guy he's got some big dreams. It is kind of like on the realm of Elon over a lot of things, but I just left it at that because at that time I want to say I think the documentary came out with Bezos on the cusp or the brinks of his divorce with his wife. So the timing of it all, you know, it was crazy. But he wants to do a lot of things too. But I just kept it like that. I didn't look at it as competition. But what's sparking my interest are these other names involved that I didn't know about till today. So for my peace of mind and comprehension, I want to read this over again. He's got more than one person out here who's in the league of competition as far as robot life. It's getting murky out here. Elon Musk faces competition from several individuals and companies across his various ventures in the space industry. Jeff Bezos, Blue Origin, and Peter Beck. So there's Peter Beck, Rocket Lab are significantly rivals to Musk's SpaceX. In the electric vehicle market, Jeff Bezos, Slate Auto, and then the Chinese electric vehicle manufacturers. I wonder what, I don't hear much about them. But when I think about it, perhaps when you think about like the Mercedes-Benz cars, I believe they have part electric vehicles now. So maybe that's what this article means in reference to that, when they say like Chinese or something. Cars are starting to be half and half of hybrid cars. Maybe that's what it so auto and Chinese EV manufacturer are known as electric vehicle manufacturer, BYD, are additionally